Thank you guys for all the support. It was a great night for us tonight. I want to remind everybody who was at the press conference before the fight. I mentioned that Matthysse took advantage of Ruslan Provodnikov by bringing a style that we did not expect. And I said it was not going to happen again, and this was a revenge fight. I think I only said that by watching the camp, watching what Freddie, Marvin, Alexander were working with Viktor. I knew that we were hoping that Matthysse would fight Provodnikov and make it a trilogy, and Ruslan's just that type of fighter. He was looking for the brawl, he was looking for the trilogy. Viktor is a higher class fighter. We knew he was going to either outbox him, and we were not going to let him outbrawl us. And I think that's exactly what Viktor did tonight. He listened to Freddie, to Alexander, to Marvin. Everything they said he did. That's a great quality in a fighter, when a fighter can do what the corner says. All the opportunities are open for Viktor. I can be confident enough to say that there's a new star born tonight. He's the new WBC champion. And as for Lucas Matthysse, I think he'll be back to make the trilogy with Provodnikov, and those are going to be great fights. And I think Golden Boy now knows that when they offered the fight to them, they should have not denied the fight, and they should have taken the Provodnikov fight, because that would have made the better fight for Matthysse. Congratulations to Viktor. I'm going to first bring up Freddie to say a couple of words about the fight and about the training camp, and then we'll bring Viktor up. Thank you, guys.
We did have a great training camp. Viktor's a hard worker, and he had great sparring partners, with Frankie Gomez and a lot of guys in my gym. And that's one thing about Wildcard. We had great work there. We had great sparring, and we got him ready for the fight. And Max Kellerman came over to the corner, and I said, "This guy's about to quit." And he says, "Who?" I said, "Your opponent." And then 30 seconds later, it came true. So it was a great night for me, and this is my 36th world champion. Viktor, thank you very much.
Хочу всех поблагодарить. Конечно же, впервые свою компанию Elitebox Promotion, всю свою команду. Хочу поблагодарить свою супругу, которая ждала меня 2 месяца. Она была дома, я готовился сам.
I want to first of all say a big thank you to Elite Boxing. They've been with me since the beginning. I want to say thank you to all of my team, everybody who trained me. I want to say thank you to my wife, Olga. She waited for me for 2 months. Now she's here, and it paid off. I appreciate it, Olga.
Эмоции переполняют. Я новый чемпион мира стал. Это моя мечта. Я готов идти дальше. Объединять титула. В общем, готов драться с сильнейшими.
My emotions are overfilling me right now. I'm very happy. This has been a dream all my life. 7 years as a pro, and now I'm a world champion, and I can't believe it. I feel like I'm still a young fighter. I feel like I'm ready to go, and I feel like this is only the beginning. I'm ready to unify titles, fight the best. This is a new start for me.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. I don't know what else to say. If there's any questions, Viktor will be happy to answer.
If there's one fight that you and your fighter could choose, who would that be?
Если есть один бой, который ты бы хотел выбрать следующий, соперник, кто бы это был?
Мне говорили в ринге, что есть звезда в моем весе, это Теренс Кроуфорд. Я готов смотреть. Я знаю, он чемпион мира по WBO. Я готов.
In the ring, I was told that there's a big star out there, and he's the WBO champion, Terence Crawford.
Вопрос, готов ли он?
I'm ready to fight him. The question is he ready to fight me?
Go ahead, Mohammed.
Congratulations, Viktor.
Thank you.
In the early portion of the fight, it seemed to be a rough water for you, and you had your moments. What did you see in him make the fight turn the tide?
В начале боя кажется, что были тяжелые моменты со стороны Matthysse. Что ты видел в нем и что тебе позволило поменять бой и взять инициативу на себя?
Вы знаете, это очень серьезный соперник, но Я впервые за все 27 моих поединков, я вообще не волновался. Я выходил, и у меня даже не было никакого сомнения, что я побежу. Я просто выходил, боксировал, и все.
He's a great fighter, but this is probably the first fight where I was very calm and I was not nervous. I knew 100% I'm going to win the fight.
Хотя я понимал, что он самый сильный и жесткий боксер.
But I knew he's probably the best and the strongest fighter. You know, people call him the best in the 140-pound division right now. You know, maybe one of the top pound-for-pound fighters. He's a great fighter.
Go ahead.
At one point, oh, thanks. At one point, there were murmurs that if Matthysse had won this, that he would be fighting Pacquiao. I know you're talking about Crawford, but is there any possibility that that could happen? Of course, the complications, seeing as Freddie Lynch is your trainer, but...
Были разговоры перед боем, что если Matthysse бы выиграл, он бы встретился с Пакьяо. Ты выиграл этот бой, и как ты относишься к бою с Пакьяо, учитывая, что у вас один тренер?
Я готов драться, конечно же, но это все не от меня зависит, как договорятся.
You know, I'm ready to fight anybody, but it's not up to me. You know, I have a team and I have promoters, and it's up to my team and what they decide.
Mark, go ahead.
In May of last year, you fought in the Forum, and it was the same type of fight. You came on at the end and had a knockout. Is that an example of your conditioning or the fact that you're built for a 12-round fight?
В мае того года также прошел бой с Айдином. Также, в принципе, шел бой и в конце ты его нокаутировал. Какая причина? Это твоя готовность, подготовка, кардио или стратегия?
Ну, во-первых, да, это первая была подготовка в зале тренировоча, в поджиме. И, конечно же, была ответственность, потому что это была элиминаторный бой. Если я выиграю, я встречаюсь с чемпионом. Поэтому тоже была ответственность, я к этому подошел, как подошел и к бою с Matthysse.
Ну, почему именно оба боя пошли по одной? Это твоя стратегия или это...
Нет, моя стратегия была затянуть во вторую половину и там уже накатывать, и если есть возможность, выиграть.
Both of those fights were very important fights for me. At that time, that was the biggest fight for me because it was for the mandatory challenger position. The way the fights happened, it just happened. You know, obviously, there's no secret to my strategy being to take the opponent into deeper waters and do my best in the later rounds and act in the later rounds, and that's what I did.
Michelle?
Yeah, what are you going to do to celebrate?
Что ты будешь, чтобы отметить победу? Что? Как отметить победу?
Как отметить? Конечно, в первую очередь я через 2 дня уезжаю домой. И что мы сделаем с моей супругой, это мы поедем, отдохнем. Отдых, на море.
First of all, in 2 days I'm going home to the Ukraine, and the first thing we will do is my wife and I are going to go somewhere closer to the sea and take a vacation.
Этот год был тяжелый очень.
It's been a difficult year for me.
Relax.
We're good, Mark. Go ahead. Yeah, Freddie, go ahead.
You talked about one day when Manny walked into your gym and you saw that he could be great. When he walked into your gym, what are the things that you initially said we've got to get better in order to fight on this level?
Well, actually, what I said about Viktor is like he's my favorite Russian fighter, but then I was told he's Ukraine, so I had to readjust that. But he is my favorite Ukraine fighter. He works hard. He's like Manny Pacquiao and all those guys. They work very hard. They're very disciplined, and that's why they're here, because they work so hard. He's tremendous dedication.
What type of technical things did you want him to get better at?
Technically, I wanted the jab to get better, of course, and I didn't want him to just rely on the jab, though, because he does have a good right hand behind it. And he showed that a few times tonight. And, you know, the thing is, we got to work on him not getting tangled up and kind of holding a little bit too much. And the referee's giving us a little bit of a hard time tonight because we were holding a little bit too much in the early rounds. But then when I told him to use, when you fall into the pocket, to use your uppercut and hook, it worked very well. And I did tell Max Kellerman before the fight, I said that this guy's about to quit. And he did. So I was very happy with that. But, I think that has a lot to do with his condition and his sparring partners. He has a lot of good sparring at my gym, and I have a lot of good 40-pounders right now, but he's the best.
Thank you.
Viktor, congratulations on a spectacular win. At any point during the fight, were you hurt, and can you rank Matthyse's power?
В какой-то момент в бою ты был поражен его ударом, ну, что он тебя поразил. И можешь поставить ранг на его силу удара.
Я пару ударов пропустил в 5-м или в 6-м. Действительно, да, вот, тяжелые удары, но они медленные, но они тяжелые такие, жесткие. Ну ничего, я не растерялся, все нормально.
Yes, I did feel his power somewhere in the 5th or 6th round. There was 2 big shots that he landed. No question about it. Very, very heavy punches. But they're not that quick. They're not that quick.
Понимаю, почему он закончил много нокаутом. Вроде бы как бы не удар, но он потрясает.
There's no doubt for his record having so many knockouts because his punches don't seem that big, but they do hurt you.
Поэтому нельзя расслабляться, я был все время сфокусирован.
But I knew before the fight I can't relax, and I was focused every minute, every round, and I made sure that I'm not taking any extra shots.
Were you surprised that Matthysse didn't get up?
Ты был удивлен, что он не встал?
Да, ну мне показалось, ну я хорошо приложился, но мне показалось, что он встанет, был нокдаун, но я жесткий нокаутер, оказывается.
It's like I did try to land some hard shots at that time. Believe it or not, I thought he was going to get up, but I guess I'm a big knockout guy also.
Anything else?
And last time I talked to you, you mentioned that the WBC belt means a lot to you and also your country of Ukraine. Now that you have it, what can you put into words what you're feeling now?
Ты говорил до боя, что для тебя этот пояс и для твоей страны, для Украины, это очень большой шаг и очень много значит. Теперь есть этот пояс у твоей страны. Что это значит?
Ну, во-первых, страна мною будет гордиться. Во-вторых, я на взвешивании сказал, пояс будет в Украине.
First of all, the most important, my country is going to be proud of me and what I did. And second of all, at the weigh-in, I said this belt is going to be in the Ukraine.
Go ahead. Viktor, Adrian Broner won a title tonight as well. Could you see him as a future rival for you?
Эдриан Бронер тоже выиграл сегодня титул. Видишь ли ты в нем соперник? Скажи, что на телеканале. Скажи, что ты на этом телеканале.
Я не знаю даже, что вам сказать, но я хочу остаться на этом телеканале и работать с этим.
I don't know what to say about Adrian right now, but I'm fighting on a fight network that I want to remain on right now.
Okay. Vadim?
That's it. Thank you.
Thank you very much.